my it's the done. I still got a lot of shit to learn, I'll admit it.
Little Arm Kickstarter, Scene 1, Take 1, and action.
Robotics is the best resource for teaching STEM. This is because it's a compilation of so many different disciplines. Mechanics, physics, programming, electronics, even biology. When we created the original Little Arm, we did it to provide a robotics platform for educators and makers. But the problem is that the Little Arm is limited in its capabilities. As kids move higher into their education, like high school and college, it doesn't provide everything that they need in order to continue to progress. We knew that we had to create a full-size robot arm, something that had the potential for all kinds of true applications, but also provided enough complexity to present a challenge at higher levels of education. So we created the Little Arm Big. It still has the same simple foundation of the original Little Arm, so kids as young as 6 can get started with it, and anyone who's interested can implement it, maybe at the workbench or heck, even in the home. But it's still flexible and capable enough to be used at levels as high as a university laboratory. We're here on Kickstarter to provide the funding for the initial run of the Little Arm Big. The money that we raise will go towards expanding our printer farm, as well as ordering those initial components. Please help us create a better robot arm for STEM education by ordering one of the rewards over on the side. But if you can't do that, at least follow us on social media so that you can get updates about what's going on in the Little Arm family. Thanks, everybody.
Robots, a machine that fascinates us all in many ways. Introducing a Raspberry Pi-based DIY robotic arm. The Pi Arm, which is outfitted with 6 high-quality digital servo motors. The Pi Arm is a powerful and elegantly crafted full metallic lightweight robot. It is compatible with all Raspberry Pi variants, making it easy to operate. Pi Arm is completely open source and is developed using Python. The Pi Arm digital servo motors have an inbuilt LED glow indicator that indicates the servo health. Using Pi Arm is a child play not only for programmers, but for non-programmers too. The Pi Arm's 6 degrees of freedom allows you to pick and place objects from one place to other. What's more, Pi Arm can smartly draw shapes and detect and sense objects from a distance. One can easily learn robotics and programming by interfacing it with Raspberry Pi board. The Pi Arm gives you the power and scope of using it in 4 different variants, and with 3 separate end effector tools. Let's talk about Pi Arm's brain, the servo shield. The shield allows two-way communications using USB or GPIO and also facilitates the power to both Raspberry Pi and the Pi Arm. Pi Arm provides add-on modules for you to connect multiple sensors such as IR sensor, analog servo, ultrasonic sensor, camera, etc. Controlling Pi Arm is easy. It can be effortlessly controlled with software libraries, joystick, laptop, and using VNC on your phone. Pi Arm lets you operate it through Raspberry Pi or any other single-board computer or laptop. Pi Arm is a real entertainer. With Pi Arm, we have tried to help you build your own industrial look-alike robot that can assist you perform loads of operations. Back us now to help us bring robotics into everyone's life.
PicassoBot Portrait Sketching Robot is the perfect introductory tool for kids to begin exploring robotics and learn science, technology, engineering, art, and math concepts. It's also a fun introduction for adults into the world of robots, and a good icebreaker at parties. Hi, I'm Wayne Rust, and I and my team at the Educated Robot are excited to introduce you to our inexpensive and fun drawing arm robot. After assembling the robot and connecting all of the control cables, PicassoBot is powered by simply plugging in the USB cable into the computer and running the associated simulator software. Here kids can create their own masterpieces and have them drawn by the robot. There's even an option to capture live photos through the webcam and have a sketch of them drawn. We have focused on making the robot as simple as possible, and all of the hardware and software is open source and compatible with the large existing Arduino code base. The PicassoBot allows the student to quickly have a positive and an exciting experience, and at the same time allow for those creative processes to flow as kids come up with new ways to expand it into things we could have never imagined. PicassoBot was created over 2 years ago and introduced into several classroom settings. We've learned a lot from that experience and have upgraded the robot and software to meet the needs of teachers and students. We've also added additional options such as the touchpad, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi modules to help the students reach out real world. Please join our team in exploring the world of robotics by pledging just $75 to receive your very own PicassoBot and begin your own adventure as a robot artist. Thank you.
Imagine having Iron Man's Jarvis on your desktop that writes your letters, draws your pictures, laser engraves your phone case, and plays chess with you. Today, it all becomes possible with HexBot, the first versatile all-in-one desktop robotic arm that turns your desktop into a workshop. The 0.05mm high precision and maximized speed ensure the ability to complete all kinds of work. The unique drive circuit design eliminates the motor noise. Yep, you can sleep beside the robot arm now. The modular design allows you to change the end effector within a click and obtain various functions. HexBot can be a desktop plotter and turn pixels into ink and pen. Bring arts to your home or write your homework. HexBot can be a laser engraver that makes you a toy by engraving on either softer materials like wood and leather or harder materials like porcelain and aluminum. You can make a meaningful gift for your friend or some personalized stuff for your own. HexBot can also be a 3D printer that turns your design into a product easily. The intuitive software gives you the seamless control on HexBot and creates things in just a few drags and clicks. Moreover, integrated with Blockly, controlling HexBot would be as easy as dragging and placing command blocks. The movable touchscreen allows you to control HexBot in a more flexible way. The other accessories bring HexBot to the next level to build a production line on your desktop. We are bringing our product here on Kickstarter. We have iterated and tested the product in the past 2 years. The product is now ready for manufacturing, but we need your help to press play on production. Back us today and start to bring your ideas to life.
Starting a business nowadays is easy. Everyone has great ideas, but sometimes it takes a lot of repetitive work to realize them. This is where DoBot M1 gets in. DoBot M1 is an industrial-level robotic arm production platform. It's precise, fast, and extendable, and also affordable. It can be your 3D printer, laser engraver, soldering machine, or whatever else you build upon it. Yes, you can build one. DoBot M1 has 0.02mm repeatability and 1.5 kilogram payload. With these standardized, easy-to-change heads, you can easily turn this power into productivity. Like 3D printing, it can print your product with fluency and details. 2 colors? No problem. Or use laser to engrave your unfading masterpiece. Or do sophisticated soldering, customizing your PCB circuit board better than a pro. Besides being multifunctional, DoBot M1 is also easy to master and develop. DoBot M1 supports Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connection. You can connect to multiple arms at once and control them via our app on PC or smartphone. With a force-sensitive 3D mouse, you can control DoBot M1 as precisely as you want. No more trying and guessing on a confusing software. With its handhold teaching feature, you can input coordinates in the fastest and most intuitive way. DoBot M1 is programmable via the integrated APIs. You can use official or self-built developing environment, or use this visualized programming interface, making things a lot easier. But we don't stop here. DoBot M1 is highly extendable. There are no limits to your imagination on it. The maximum reach of DoBot M1 is 400 millimeters, which is enough for most of the situations. But why don't we think bigger, when it can actually go further? Or use a camera for visual. With its fast and accurate image recognizing algorithm, it can distinguish colors without making one mistake. DoBot M1 loves companions. They can work seamlessly together, processing paperwork way faster than humans could. Ultimately, DoBot M1 is built to replace manpower in production line, working day and night non-stop. The built-in mapping and path planning system provides this excellent mobility, providing inventory management service in your warehouse. To be able to create so much value, DoBot M1 has been built with extraordinary performance. The perfect calibration of the high-performance DC servo motor, harmonic reducer, and kinematic algorithm has brought out the best of both strength and speed. Repeatability of 0.02 millimeters. Maximum payload of up to 1.5 kilograms. Angular speed of up to 200 degrees per second. It's also a steady player, never slips up. Everyone loves creating things, and having a robotic arm is awesome. With DoBot M1, it's no longer a giant business's privilege to use professional robotic arms. Everyone can now benefit from a cost-effective, user-friendly robotic arm technology. So when a new idea hits you, DoBot M1 will be ready. All you have to do is say yes.